There are people who are born in the spotlight, but there are also people who rise from the shadows and create light for themselves. Oprah Winfrey's story is exactly that. Today we know Oprah as a media billionaire, a global icon, a woman with influence stronger than even top political figures. But very few know that her childhood was filled with wounds no child should ever bear, wounds that shaped the direction of her life. As Oprah Winfrey was born into poverty in Mississippi, her mother worked as a maid, her father was absent. The family had very little, but poverty was not the most painful part. What changed Oprah's life were the things that happened when she was only 9 years old. Oprah was abused by people she knew, not just once, not just by one person, but for many years no one protected her. No one believed her, no one said this is wrong. At an age when she should have been loved, Oprah learned to stay silent, learned to endure, learned to live with fear. By the age of 14, after too much trauma, Oprah ran away from home. She became pregnant, and the baby died shortly after birth. It was the moment that nearly destroyed her completely. But right in that darkest night, life gave her one more chance. Oprah's father, Vernon Winfrey, decided to take her in, and he became the first person in her life to say, "You are not the product of your pain. You are the product of opportunity." Vernon imposed discipline. He made Oprah read every day, made her study, take notes, and become the best version of herself. And education saved her. Oprah became an outstanding student. Then she won a speech contest. Then she received a full scholarship. And when she stood in front of a microphone for the first time, she understood, this is where I belong. At 19, Oprah became the youngest black female radio host in local broadcasting history. But the road ahead was still far from easy. Working in television during the 70s and 80s, when black women were not respected, Oprah was repeatedly dismissed because of her skin color, her appearance, and her poor background. Some executives even told her, "You don't belong on television. You're not pretty enough," but Oprah didn't back down. She appeared with a level of authenticity television had never seen. Honest, empathetic, and unafraid to touch someone else's pain. Audiences felt it. They saw themselves in Oprah. They trusted her, and they loved her. Then Oprah was invited to host AM Chicago, a show with extremely low ratings. In just a few months, she turned it into the #1 show in Chicago, surpassing Phil Donahue, the king of talk shows at the time. No one had ever done that, only Oprah. In 1986, she renamed the show The Oprah Winfrey Show, and the rest is history. The show aired for 25 years, becoming the most watched talk show in America, and turning Oprah into a global phenomenon. But what makes Oprah special is not just her success, it's how she used her success. Oprah built Harpo Productions, the first Hollywood production company owned and run by a black woman. She invested in books, education, psychology, and launched healing movements across the world. She gave scholarships, opened schools in Africa, and used her voice to help millions find their inner strength. Oprah once said, "Turn your wounds into wisdom," and she is the living proof of that. Oprah Winfrey's journey reminds us of something profound, that life is not defined by the darkness we are born into, but by the light we choose to walk toward, even when we cannot yet see it. Her story teaches us that pain can shape us, but it does not have to define us, that the world can break us, betray us, and doubt us, and yet from the very same broken pieces we can build something extraordinary. Oprah shows us that survival is not enough. We are meant to rise. We are meant to grow through what we go through. We are meant to take the very things that tried to silence us and turn them into the voice the world needs to hear. She proves that your past is not your identity. Your scars are not your shame. Your suffering is not your sentence. Sometimes the most powerful souls are forged in the hottest fire. And sometimes the people who give the most light are the ones who once had to walk through the deepest night. Oprah Winfrey, the girl the world tried to break, became a woman who helps millions heal. She transformed her wounds into wisdom, her pain into purpose, her story into a roadmap for anyone who has ever felt unseen, unheard, or unworthy. And in the end, her life whispers to all of us, your beginning does not dictate your destiny. No matter how dark things are right now, you still have the power to rewrite your story.